Okay, for our next circuit, we're gonna have a landmine. We're gonna be in a landmine press. So, my right leg is gonna be back, my front foot is gonna be forward. I'm gonna drive from my hip, pressing straight up, pull down, notice how my forearm stays vertical, and I can drop into my legs and explode up. Press, pop, pull down, pop. So I'm using my body to help pop that weight up so we can really load the weight. Okay, we'll do 8 on each side, and then from there we're gonna come over to the cable. Okay, I've got a wider attachment here, a lap bar works great. Any sort of long bar is gonna be ideal. We're trying to get some separation in our hands, about shoulder width or even a little wider apart. We're gonna come here, we're gonna hinge. So I've got my weight in my legs, my core is braced, and I'm gonna pull my hands down. Reach back out. I'm trying to pull my armpits to my hips. Armpits to my hips. So I'm not reaching out and shrugging. I'm not trying to pull back. I'm trying to pull my armpits down to my hips and pressing straight down. Controlling that lengthening, press straight back down. You're gonna feel this a lot in your core too. As you pull these down, your core will contract as well. So we're getting that lat, we're getting that tricep, that upper back a little bit, and then we're getting our core as well. So you'll put those two together. We'll do 10 to 12 reps here, okay? You won't need a whole lot of rest. Maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes is fine. And then we'll be back at our landmine press and our pull down row. Our elbows stay straight, okay? We're pulling from here, keeping that arm long the whole time down to our body. After that, we'll do 4 rounds there. After that, we're gonna come through with a kettlebell swing. So we'll start with the kettlebell out in front of us. Okay, our feet are going to be shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider. We sit down, we grab our kettlebell, we sit our weight back into our hips. This is an important step. We don't want to be out here in front of the kettlebell. We don't want the kettlebell to be flat. We want to load up the weight into our hips. So I'm loaded up here, my core is tight. I'm going to hike the football, the kettlebell back, and then I'm going to stand up aggressive. Shoot the hips back, stand up aggressive. Notice how my spine, all the way up to my neck, stays tall and neutral. I get that weight when I go back here, loaded in the toes, and then I explode. Loaded the toes, and then I explode. So it's a hinge, but we're not trying to get way back here. We're trying to get that athletic position where we load those hips, and then we explode out to be tall at the top. Don't overextend, so we don't want to be in this position at the top. We want to be nice and tall, our core's braced, our glutes are supporting us, and the bell flies out in front. So we do 10 to 12 there. Then we're going to have a long stance here. So it's going to be supported, our adductor hinge is going to be supported like this. So I'm far away. We've done it before recently where our knee is down here. We're just making that lever arm longer here, pitching over into our working leg on the ground. I'm going to do a hinge. I'm going to scoot back up. I'm not concerned about the kettlebell going forward at all. I'm not concerned about the kettlebell going all the way down to the ground. I want to get a big stretch here, here, and then scoot back up. I am actively pushing down in this long leg here. So I go down, and then it is helping me come back up. You'll feel that way high up in your groin area, and that's what we're after. We'll do 8 reps on each side. So kettlebell swing for 10 to 12 reps, and then 8 each side on this long adductor hinge here, okay? Just those 2. And we'll keep those, we'll rest about 2 minutes between sets, and we'll have 4 rounds there. All right, so this first move is gonna be a tall kneeling row with the band, and then we're gonna extend out. Row with the band, extend out. Let that shoulder blade come around, so it's gonna kind of roll towards the front, then we're gonna retract it, and then extend. Retract, and then extend. I've got a red band here, we're in a tall kneeling position. Don't let your hips move side to side. We're gonna do 10 of those, then we're immediately gonna be up. We're gonna be leaning forward on an incline, standing tall, and then we're gonna just do a reverse fly. Reverse fly. So I'm trying to externally rotate my hands a little bit, coming back in, pause, bring it back out. Pause, bring it back out. So I'm gonna pause here in the back, then come back forward. Pause and then control this movement here. So don't just let it fall and swing and move my arms like that. I'm intentionally pulling back, hold, move forward. Pull back, move forward. I'm pushing my stomach into the box the whole time, and I want to be careful not to collapse over top. I want to stay tall in my thoracic spine. Don't arch the back. Pull back, hold, and then release. We have 12 there. Then we're going to be sitting over top of our kettlebell or dumbbell. All right, so I've got a little rise here. You can see it on plates, you can see it on a box, you can see it on benches, whatever you want. I'm going to sit down. This elevation is going to give us a little clearance. And I can have my front arm supporting on my leg, that's fine. And I can row here. That's going to allow me to get a little heavier. Or I can just not have any support just for my upper body, just in my legs. And I can row here as well. I'm looking for 8 to 10 reps on each side. I want to be heavy here. Okay, so 8 to 10 reps on each side. You can take a short break in between the sides, that's fine. We'll run through this whole circuit 4 times. We don't have to rest a whole lot between it. You can kind of keep moving. If you want to grab a quick drink, that's fine. Run through this 4 times, and at the end, we're going to do a 4-minute push-up challenge. So we'll be elevated. Your elevation will change. You can be on a bar, you can be on a tire, you can be on a box, you can be on a bench, whatever you want. We want something that's going to allow you to get a full range of motion when you're very, very tired. So everybody's going to be elevated. We want that full range of motion. I don't necessarily care how many push-ups you get, but I want to make sure that we come down, take that chest all the way down, press back out. So every single rep is a full range of motion. We're going to go for 4 minutes. Now clearly you're not going to be able to do push-ups for 4 straight minutes. So you'll do however many you can do, 10, 15, 20, whatever, and then you'll rest for 15, 20 seconds. Try not to go all the way to failure on the first set, and then we'll pick back up after you have a short rest, and in the body of 4 minutes, with all your rests and all your work, we want to try to be able to get somewhere, well, really, there's a big range of push-ups you want to get. Note where you are, and then we're going to try to improve on that. If you're really balling out, you can get 60, 70 push-ups in this 4 minutes, 80 even maybe, okay? If you're getting in the hundreds, watch your form and make sure that you're not just flying through it doing short push-ups, or you're not getting all the way. This is the time to work on our push-ups and really get something out of what we're putting into. So you'll do that 1 minute, or that 4-minute push-up test 1 time after you've completed all your sets here, and that will finish out this workout. Let us know how you liked it. Let us know what you struggled with. Come in and join us sometime. We appreciate you taking time for our circuit. We're going to be in a side plank position. We're going to have a band attached to the anchor here in front of us. We're going to lie perpendicular to that band. So that band is coming at me, going to hit me right in the chest or stomach. Okay? I'm going to start here. I'm going to fly it up, and then I'm going to punch it around. Okay? Return to the middle, fly up, punch around. Add a little rotation here to that punch. So I'm driving from this ground arm, rotating around, punching through. Drive, punch, fly, punch. We'll do 10 each side. We'll come over to the wall. We'll grab a foam roller. We'll be here, get your core set so that we're not arching our low back. We don't want to lean away. We're going to drive up, lift off, push back and down. So push it into the wall, drive up, lift off, keep those elbows straight. Don't arch that back here. Pull back down, lift up, stomach's tight, lift off, keeping the elbows straight, back down. We have 10 there. We've got an RMT club here. If you've got one, great. The shot in here allows kind of the momentum to carry us and kind of allow a little extra deceleration. It's a lot of great core work. It's great for getting your brain and your body kind of working together. If you don't have one of these, you can use a med ball. It's just the same, it's fine. We're going to be here, keeping the ball or the stick up at shoulder height, chest height, and we're switching. Make sure that we don't drop down here. We don't get short little chops here. We want nice, big, sweeping moves with the arms. Keep the arms away from you. We'll do 10, switch hands, 10 as well. That'll run through our little warm-up. We'll repeat that 2 or 3 times until you feel ready to go.